Dead, dead, dead.
Hello, testing, testing. All right, there was a Windows update. Windows update likes to steal your microphone settings, so that's great. Anyway, now you can hear me. Hello, everybody, from the top. So yeah, I got to see the doctor yesterday. If you haven't been here in a while, what I've been dealing with since like December is just really bad fatigue, and it's gotten worse in the last couple of weeks. So I just run out of energy with very limited amounts of Blood Bowl. And in general, I run out of energy really quickly. The brain parts have been plenty in the last couple of weeks. And what the doctors found, I got to see a med student and my regular doctor. He had a doctor in training, but they went over me head to toe. I had blood work done last week, and the only thing they found was that my blood is thick. The doctor asked me if I'd been climbing Mount Everest. What happens is if your body's not getting enough oxygen, which can happen at altitude, then your body will make more thicker red blood cells to move around with oxygen. You have more, but that causes really bad fatigue, and that's what my blood work showed. So the other real cause of that is sleep apnea, and I've already got a machine for it, but they suspect it is sleep apnea still, and I just need to get the mask refitted and the machine retuned. So I've got an appointment for that, and that will take about a month after I get it tuned, which is only on June 10th. It'll be another month after that. I should start to feel better. If it is in fact sleep apnea, which does make sense to me. So that kind of sucks. It'll be a while before I feel better, but you know, it's not cancer. Hooray. It was kind of cool having the med student there because they were looking at the back of my throat for post-nasal drip. And then like they both peer in and they're humming and hawing a little bit. And then the real doctor goes, "So you see he's got some what level do you think it is?" It's some jargony condition. He's like, "Oh, that's a 4." He's like, "Well, it's probably a 3." But then they told me what they were talking about, and it's my tongue is big and my airway is small for my anatomy, which predisposes me for sleep apnea. So you combine that with the bad red blood cell count and me saying, yeah, my mask, I wake up with my mask leaking sometimes, like pretty much every day. They're like, you got to get your mask refit. That's the problem. Which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. And hopefully that is the actual problem. I'll have my energy back. But for now, low energy me will be here for another month or so. And we're going to play some Blood Bowl. Apparently we're going to update Blood Bowl. Maybe we can see team names now. But I've gained some weight too. The other homework I got from him was to actually start exercising and lose weight. He gave me the all clear for exertion. Didn't really want to do that if it was pneumonia or something, but the bowl going. Hey, Speedy BB. Shave a mask groove into the beard. Yeah, I bought a new mask that's like a memory foam type thing that can work over top of beards. It's a much more expensive mask I have to replace every month or two. So the beard has about like a $70 a month upkeep. Where the normal silicone mask that you can actually clean and reuse, that does have problems with the beard. Yeah, I hope to be a sports physician one day. You can call me Dr. Nick. Hi, everybody. I was with them for like an hour and a half too. It was a thorough appointment. So it's not like the med student made it any worse. All it did was make it take more time. And if anything, it probably made it a little more thorough. All right, let's jam some dwarves. Get a game or two of dwarves in. And then I think my plan next week is going to be to not stream Blood Bowl. This weekend I want to set up like Factorio or Tarkov or something else to jam. And we'll do a week of something a little less thinky. We actually be able to get the hours back up. And then we'll get back to Blood Bowl in time to actually do a last end of season push. Yeah, they seem pretty confident on their diagnosis of it being the sleep apnea. And I mean, the blood work showing the thick blood proves I'm not getting enough oxygen. And that is normally CPAP. And, you know, the losing weight part too, putting on a little weight, the doctors liked that. The real doctor asked the trainee, like, what do we think about gaining weight? And the other guy was like, it's good. It's not cancer. Exactly. If it was cancer, which would be like probably come with a lot of fatigue, then it would also come with weight loss. So gaining weight is kind of good in the sense it means I don't have cancer, but it's bad in the sense that your sleep apnea gets worse when you add weight. It restricts the airway even more. Yeah, Patty Rat, I went for an hour walk yesterday. I plan to do an hour walk every day. So yeah, a big long walk is definitely the goal with the weight loss approval. And then once I do get more energy and, you know, the walk is not a problem, then I'm gonna possibly do body weight fitness and possibly just better cardio on a bike. What's the mandibular stint? Is that the chin strap, or is that something that goes in your mouth? I mean, that's the kind of thing that I'll get from the sleep clinic. I did think like, oh, my appointment's like 3 weeks out to get this mask fitting. I was like, maybe I'll just buy the chin strap. They're like $70 though, and it might not even be useful. Doc, what do you think about the hair graying? Well, it's just Blood Bowl. All right, do we have any level ups here? No forced level ups. So I think we don't want to level anybody if we don't have to. We would level these two. And we're also really close to the cap, which is a bit scary. Let's just get in the queue here. Okay, they did fix the names. This was bugged. My own teams were showing up as redacted on this screen. That was the update. We should be able to see our opponent's team names again. The ladder's still stationary at 50-point gaps. Third place is still getting fought over. And we did get... Our chaos got bumped. Where down did our chaos go? Probably just 11th. No, all the way to 14th. Well, player chaos would have the ability to actually concentrate for a day. For a game. It's like a mouth guard, pulls the jaw forward. Yeah, they might end up hooking me up with one of those. Opens the airway, because I also have a sunken jaw. So I've got this narrow airway, fat tongue anatomy on top of a sunken jaw. Which, when you're asleep, you do relax, and I can notice, like, if I, as I go more relaxed, my mouth opens more, my jaw is slipping both down and back. I think that can cause the leak in the mask too. A mandibular stint would probably, it would help keep my airway open and keep the mask fit correctly. How did we do on Wednesday? I was going to say yesterday, but I think we ended up like a win and a loss or something. We did beat the Black Orcs, but yeah, we lost to the Elves. Before that, I think it was a 3-game day. Maybe it was a 2-game day. How many days are left in the season? Planning to take a week off. Week off of Blood Bowl. Still planning to stream. There's 24 days left, so yeah, there's plenty of time to push one of these final 3 teams up. Even if we take a week off. How many games are live? Other thing I wanted to check. Still have over 2 weeks after the week off. 5 tabs of games. It's not the worst. Oh, the stint, you have to have your mouth closed for the stint to work, yeah. I do breathe through my mouth. But we'll see what they say at the clinic. I'm sure they've dealt with tougher cases than me. And there's definitely, like, there's reason to believe that it's not configured right, because the clinic wanted, when I got my cpap machine last year, the clinic wanted like $4,500 for the machine, and you can buy them online for like $1,200. So I bought one online, set it up myself. I regret that now, kind of. It sucks dealing with an insurance-based industry, because like they can just freaking overcharge you and nobody cares because everyone's got insurance. Well, I don't have insurance, so I actually had to pay. So yeah, I thought I could hook it up on my own. Turns out probably not. Lost more than the $3,000 in productivity, I'm sure. Hey, Shinigami Prince. You get recommended a Blood Bowl video on YouTube. You can't get enough of my content? Nice. Glad to hear it. You're the first concrete example of reinforcing the decision to multi-stream YouTube and Kick at the same time as Twitch. I'm glad to hear it's working. Once I actually have my energy levels back, I want to start doing like strategy videos, like standalone videos on YouTube. Not necessarily gameplay videos, but much more like highly edited how-to type things. Can I find a game? You could search rocks. You play a game if you want to play a game. I would not want to collude with a viewer. It's fairly normal to wait 5 or 10 minutes at the start of a stream. I don't know how long we've been waiting this time because I did my health update at the start of the stream, so I've been live for 15 minutes, but I don't know how long I was actually searching. It's probably only been 5 minutes now. So it's not uncommon to wait 5 or 10 minutes. Part of me likes the Blood Bowl 2 system better. But when you're actually in the highly populated time and area of the ladder, getting games right away is pretty sweet. But the Blood Bowl 3 5-minute spins help the fringes a lot more. Crossplay should help in general. Just everyone will find games better. And I think it'll actually help PlayStation and Xbox players encourage some of them to come back that have left. So like you do get a sinking ship syndrome when the queue times get too bad. Hooray for health progress. Thanks for the resub, Patty, right?
Hooray for health progress.
Thank you for picking up a shield and defending the 404 for the 39th month. Ooh-yah. Da, da, da. Hey HD, good to see ya. I got a bunch of behind the scenes things I want to work on once my energy comes back. Ugh. All the data getting pulled in with this scene, this is the type of thing I want to work on. Like a lot of this is like widgets I get from like Stream Elements or whatever. Ooh, we got an opponent. But I did find a program that lets you handle your own alerts and data like this, and it can pull from all of the places I'm streaming to. Dwarf mirror. All right, it's time to roll around on the brick. I was going to say in the mud. We're going to roll around with some other dwarves here, see what happens. We've got a lot of guard and mighty blow, so I think we have everything we would want to have against dwarves. You saw a big TV difference? That was part of the long wait. It is stretching the zone. It's searching. Let's go full screen. Call order. Yeah, that program that runs on my computer to do all the alerts locally will be really good. It gives you a lot more control. The one complaint I've seen about it is it's really hard to set up, but as a programmer, I'm well suited to it. Oh, it might be morgue difference. That would suck. It would suck if you got a morgue. He is 260 apart. 260. Very low SR, so that sucks. So we're playing for almost nothing here. We're gonna get like +4 if we win and -50 if we lose. He's got a sneaky hit, but no dirty player. He's got a couple loners. That might be why the team value difference was so much farther apart. It might have shown it without these two in that first splash screen. He only has 2 guard. Oh, this guy's in for trouble. Like this is not going to go good for him. I mean, he might get a wizard. He might be able to get Mighty Zug? Mighty Zug, maybe. Oh, wizard bribe. Bribe not great with sneaky yet. Bribe also not great when you're behind in this kind of match. I think I probably would have zugged if I was him. Or taken a guard loner. You can take a Lino mercenary and teach a guard. Alright, given the wizard, I think I'm going to kick him the ball. A runner. Put our armor guys up for the first hits. Defend them a little. This guy's armor up. I can actually put him on the wing. I thought I was missing somebody. That didn't feel right. Found him in the back. This way then.
We don't roll skulls. We have happy little accidents.
Hey, Circopolius. End zone Fred for the win. Scoring Fred. Kicking him the ball, it gives us it makes his bribe a little better, I guess. Potentially he gets a decent foul, but it makes his wizard worse. Potentially this game is over before the wizard occurs. Music, make sure my graphics are right. Good. Get agility bust. It doesn't show those on the overview screen. It'll show the number different, but it won't put the icon. Concussions? You got any concussions? Get non-concussed team.
May I suggest a new strategy? Let the Wookiee win.
Hey, down under Wookiee. It's a blitz! Nice. Huge guard advantage if we get a blitz. Okay, and a 6-point blitz technique too. Right, I think we'll hit this guard and just mush in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess a 6 there, or a 6. This guy could run as deep as he can get. Four, 5, 6. Make his it's his light. It's particularly frustrating to take. Hey, Monty, good to see you. Fun Flame, hello. Pushes the guard back in. I don't know if that actually does him much good. Just one die hits. Wing, just push. So many dwarves. Until we get halflings, they're the shortest team we can play. Guess that's not true. Underworld's probably taller. Or shorter. Well, maybe not, though. Skaven might be taller than dwarves. Those nobblers are bringing the average down quite a bit. Yeah, who says you even eat the rats? One dice skull. Did he eat it? He ate it. Did he concede? Oh, that was waiting for him to wizard. The clock hanging there, the Ruby for a loop for a second. Smashy, smashy. Oh, he's a KO. Huge. One of his few mighty blow as well. Okay, we'll leave the loner standing. This one first so that guy can follow up. Throw his guard away? Another armor break. Just a stun on that one. Okay, we're gonna blitz the Troll Slayer here. So these guys can do some basing. A 1v1 is Mighty Blow with the rookie. That one there. Oh, I can't blitz that. Shoot. Guess we commit to it. Throw the go for it. Well, looks like we got away with it. Free movement. Stun the Troll Slayer. Nice. Go stare at his ball. I could do a go for it and try to pick it up. Sure, let's do that. Roll it though. I guess this is slightly worse because now this guy can just blitz and then he can pick it up. If I stayed over there, he'd have to move something to get the assist. So free something from here or waste the guy who needs to pick the ball up. I guess he would assist with this and blitz with that. Fine. Just wasting a little bit of movement on his quarterback. Picked a bad angle. This push is not good enough. I guess no angle, the push was good enough. Thanks to that scatter. We were either going to be next to the quarterback or the ball. Just swings the quarterback, so he'll dodge this one to pick it up. I guess that guy could have 2v1'd here instead of making this 4v1. But having him up here is potentially quite useful for next turn. Pigsy Bear redeems a hot dog. Coming right up. Okay, what is it? V? V for hot dog. Dice skull. That's gonna eat a hot dog. Hot dog. Rudest hot dog ever. Extra mustard. Fast delivery. We pride ourselves on our timing. Okay, that's a fireball concession. That is a concede fireball. Yep. See you later. we hot dogged him out of the game, Bigsy Bear. that win is yours. That was a brutal situation to be in for the opponent, and then I ate a hot dog in his face. Misclick fireball? No, I think it was concede fireball because it did hit 4 of my guys. All right, well, 11 SR. That's more than I thought we would get. I guess I was thinking like playing against golds in the past, getting only 4. It was higher than that, and I'm probably lower than when the +4s have occurred. SPP we didn't particularly want. Music back. Oh, blocked him 8-5. Yeah, that game was ridiculous. The lopsidedness, we got a blitz. He kept rolling skulls on his desperate hit. Gonna do expensive mistakes. People still concede so easily at this rank. He's not at this rank. He was 17 something. He was still in platinum, not even diamond. People will definitely concede a mismatch that bad. On all factors, games played, team value, and rank, I was ahead on all of them. Excuse me. A hot dog monster. Proud of it. Now we get to wait in the queue for another 10 minutes. Still 5 tabs of games. There are still 5 tabs of games. Freedom to the overlay. What's our rank up to now? 62nd. A little bit of a jump. Who's new on the top? We went from 10th to 14th with our chaos, so there's got to be a bunch of new people up here on top. Like probably a bunch of new orcs. There's a lot of orcs up here now. Looks like these guys all started with a random. Probably means random starts here too. Yeah. It's gone armor instead of stand firm on the blitzers. When you start adding a bunch of armor on your team, you've passed the peak. You're just trying to put the brakes on. Forced level ups. Ooh, this guy's got the opposite approach. Got a defensive. He's at the cap. He can't add another full skill. But it looks like a pretty solid orc team. Questionable Juggernaut was probably random. So Biggins start at 90k. So there was at least a little bit of randoming going on. This guy should be 90 plus 80, 170. He's one random on all of them. Seems to be the prevailing strategy. Start your strength guys with a random. Fire them until you get Stand Firm, Guard, or Mighty Blow, and then you end up getting all 3 of them. Oh, this is your team, Rock. All your firsts were random? Yeah. That does seem like the right strategy. It's not too much harder than just regularly leveling your team up, honestly. It's a little bit harder, but it's not too much harder. And you get the fun of gambling. Second strength random on the stand firms is a bold play you can try. I think I did that on one of my orc guys. 2 tackle seems like the right count. Armor on the runner for the third stat up. So he wasn't offered agility. Probably would have taken agility. Only one reroll too. If you did take agility though, I think it's 40k for agility. So that would mean you do have to start trimming. I guess you could trim the past bust juggernaut, or you could just trim the bench. Go benchless. Yeah, the 1.6 million cap sucks. Like just getting plus armor on him and staying with the bench might be better. Now that you have armor on him, you could go benchless. Maybe if he's forced to level again, you could take the agility, fire the bench. Because he's actually got the same armor as the rest now. Not the end of the world to be running him on the defensive drive. It does suck having him exposed, though, if he ends up getting a lucky removal or fouling him out. It is crappy. Boy, Cap Wood Elves don't look too good, do they? It's 3 missing games, so they're not counted. So it's a 2-player bench, not a buttload of skills. 4 Blodge, and a 2-player bench is all you get with Wood Elves. He's got 3 secondaries. He's got 3 rerolls as well. Yeah, Wood Elves this season overlapping with Tiny Team Value season ended up being a bit of a non-combo, a no-bo. Their orc team that passed us. Yeah, this orc team looks a lot different. It's pre-cap, 2 rerolls. You got the troll, a lot lower skill count. Looks like they are randoming. He kept a grab. Not the worst, helps you foul, but this guy doesn't have a fouler. Robusta guy hasn't been fired yet. He's still sitting on the armor bust to miss next game. Random break tackle here, I assume. Not. The Blitzer should be 80k. Yeah, there is a random there. This guy. What should he cost? 120, 140, 150. Okay, so that guy's all selected, and then he started going armor. The ball carrying Blitzer, double move up. This team feels less efficient. also Mr. Throw with leader. 3rd reroll. Despite being on in the top 10, that team looks like it needs more work. First cohort rats, you keep your team value around 1.45 so you can get a wizard. Smart. Yeah, as an agility team, keeping your team capped like 150k below the actual cap is a good idea. Especially if you get up near the top of the ladder, where the matchmaker is going to be giving you hopefully a tight opponent on the SR side instead of the team value side. Although we have been spinning here for quite a while, so who knows what kind of discrepancy it's going to give us eventually. Still 5 games. 5 tabs worth of games. I guess 36, 39 games. 39 games isn't that many games. Good. Mm. 39 games, not a lot of games for me. No, I'm inactive. not games I've played. You got a dwarf team on page 2? Nice, Rock. All over the top. Oh, I can't check it because we found an opponent, a dark elf opponent. Even team values. We were only 5k off. Inducements. Order in the 404. Elves were the last team we lost to. Pro elves, though, not dark elves. These ones are a little bit slower. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Noki Pops is our opponent. Thanks for the good luck, Rocks. We might need it. Elf nonsense is quite possible. Okay, they're 1952, so not too bad on the SR. Should probably be like 20 to win. 6 blodge. Some of it wrestle variety. There is a juggernaut to go through our stand firm wall. That's a top priority to smork that before the 1 turn. There's also a mighty blow to try to get some removals. A couple strip balls. Kick is nice. Where do you see his team value? It's behind my picture frame on that screen. And you can see it briefly on that splash screen when you first get into the match. That's how I knew they were even team value. I think we'll just kick them the ball. Now, do I want to set up a wall or a blob? They're playing slow elves. We can probably get away with blob instead of wall. cut the music. Prayer for Daka? You might. Dark Elves are not really fast enough to pull it off, I don't think. He's got a Mighty Blow as well. I think he'll battle. Ibo takes a turn off the clock. It's probably my turn, not their turn. Might be Daka. Ball's on the witch. Ball's on a wrestle. Move up wrestle, though. 8 move. Okay, not a Daka. Or is it a Daka? Daka trying to bait me into blitzing? It's not really a Daka if I still get a blitz. Okay, it's not even gonna go for it, blitz. Beat up his kicker here. Just thinking what I want to do with the rest of them. He's got Juggernaut, so my sideline has to be kind of aware of that. Yeah, I guess I'll still do this. Wall here. I don't think I want to base with it. Hit. Like, the whole point of Daka is denying hits. He could have stayed forward, and I still would have only gotten 1 blitz. So he's... like, I don't know what he accomplished. He drew me forward? Is there value in that? I don't think so, because once he gets past me, he's past me. It doesn't really matter. He gets to laugh as I try to catch up to him. But... maybe he's hoping I'd end up giving him a surf. I missed the Juggernaut. Maybe he couldn't get everybody far enough back. No, that's not true. They're the slow elves, but they're still not slow. Okay. Hey, Spontaminatite. How's it going? Not too shabby. Don't even blitz. Let me blitz the kicker again. I get a blitz again. He keeps just like being in the wrong spot. Question is, like, we're just gonna march forward. How far? And these two are going to do an attack. How far forward is the question? We could go all the way up to here. We could break this formation and actually keep a layer here and a layer here. I think I kind of like that. So maybe we keep like a decent amount back here and we just put like a couple dwarves next to each other so they can't get blitzed. We'll have like 2 dwarves here, and these 2 dwarves up having punched strip ball guy, I guess. Punch here. So we'll have 2 dwarves here, 2 dwarves here, 2 dwarves here, and these 5 just stay right where they are. Ready to attack whatever blobs forward. Or these 4 could stay more spread out and march forward. Then if he doesn't use his blitz successfully, he doesn't even get to progress. That actually feels kind of right. You don't get to play against Daka much. Oh, I went in the wrong spot. Shoot. All right. I'll just hit the kicker again. Give him a free hit. We'll keep these guys farther back here. What's he going to do? Maybe I want to move these. He is it's so hard to predict. He can't really fall back anymore. Is he going to try to take here, blitz this guy and take here? I get 2 stand from over here, so it's kind of awkward to hit this side. I guess Juggernaut makes it not that much awkward. Is there a reason to leave this many back? Maybe 2 back is fine. This guy should come up. Maybe the Longbeard should move up. Now, we'll try this. Maybe these should be lined up here just to get their tackle zones connected. I don't know if that might. Okay, 1 at 9. I skillfully left him a 1 at 9 hit. You try. Just push. So we can get a hit onto his mighty blow. Right, now we're playing real Blood Bowl. We're just way back in his side of the field. Gonna blitz the Mighty Blow guy. Keep these guys where they are, I think. This guy's in danger of getting surfed. There's more thinking that I wanted to do when I spun dwarves. Ooh, failed dodge. Reroll fixes it. Failed go for it. Final reroll fixes it. He's out of rerolls. Built a little pocket here for his advance. 6, 7, 8. She only gets to here. I guess she could do a handoff to that one. Eat a potato. Nope. No rerolls. Corner cuts or handoffs or go for it or whatever. Or 1 in 9 punches. Does cut the corner. And touches the sideline. It's the protection dodge, though. Fails that dodge. It wasn't critical. They are protected. That hit. We could blitz her and then get stand firm pinning. Blitz him and then stand firm to there. I guess that is going to let this guy just blitz me trivially. But we could put non-stand firm there. Because we could put this guy here, and then we got guard on that. I think that's probably better. Although this guy will be an assist. Unless we murder him. Could have both downed him and they wouldn't have been an assist. Stakes were made. Hey, Frank of the Rocks. The leaven of thick blood. It's got a nice ring to it. That guy's technically surfable, but I don't think he can waste his blitz. He could push me to here and then here. No, the other guy doesn't have jugs. Not surfable. Oh, she failed her dodge and blew herself up. Concussion, too. Medics called in. Healing chop works. She's waiting on the bench, but she dropped the ball. Oh, they're very much running out of time, too. I didn't notice that. There was a turn taken off the clock. We can pick up and score on this one. Some murdering first. This sidestep is scary. Oh, he's done. Fix your game, Cyanide. I'm sick. I just want to punch things as dwarves.
Punch, punch, punch.
Nobody wants to get punched by the dwarves. Hey, Sparadol. Punch, punch, punch. Exactly. John the Flash, MVP level up. Like just getting robbed of the good Blood Bowl. My team is kind of scary. Nobody wants to play against this team. I've played against the plus armor dwarves or orcs. I forget what it was, but the even more armored, absurd guys. It's like, are we even playing Blood Bowl anymore? Random agility? I don't think I have the team value room for random agility. I think we just have to random strength. What's in the box? Earlier on, I would have randomed agility. Juggernaut equals lobotomy. Not a bad one, but we need perfect, not bad. I should play my own music instead of flipping the music settings over every time. Yeah, that is awful music. I'm hitting random music buttons. I don't know what we're getting. Fix your game, Cyanide. Alright, John the Flash, he's back. Nobody else wants to level. Nobody else has to level. How much SR did we gain? I zipped through that. I was guessing 20. 19. I'll take it. Enough. I'm not a good DJ. I'm not a prepared DJ. It's copyright-free material. All right, quick ad break here. Spin for our next game. It's going to end up being a 6-game day, even though it's only going to take 2 hours. Be right back, everyone. with a breakfast bowl. Oh, you missed the end of the game. What happened? He rolled a 1 and conceded. Dropped his ball. Conceded the game before I could do an action after that. Took him a little while to decide to concede, but I didn't actually get to punch an elf on the next turn. Hey, Gaming Dad. Good morning. I guess good evening for you. We dropped down to 4 tabs. Exactly 4 of those. Oh, nope. One of them just ended. There's 4 less games going on right now than there was. Seriously, though, they have to fix the concede problem. Genuinely makes the game worse. It's going to make there be less players over time. Yeah, Frank on the rocks. That might be part of the problem. They're worried that people who complain they can't concede will stop playing if they make the rules more strict. To which you say, good. Let's see you later. Then we'll have actual games, not having to play against them. But you can have your cake and eat it too, right? Like I've said all along, you can just need the AI to take over. Is like the most elegant solution. A competent, it shouldn't even be a good AI, just competent AI taking over. The randoms and the TV limit make the issue worse? Probably. The randoms are kind of hidden though. Like, I don't know how many of our opponents are actually looking at my team and going like, this is so frustrating. Look at how many randoms he has, because it hides it. Like, you got to go in and do math to figure out how many randoms I have. There's a really nice cosmetic package for blitzers right now. Really? Is it the lightning weapon? I have the lightning weapon. I've got that on one of my blitzers. I did forget to check out the shop this week. It's not the lightning weapon, it's a different weapon. Oh, no, we found a match. Another dwarf mirror, hooray. No, conceding to save your team is very anti-Blood Bowl. That is like if you're gonna be like tabletop is sacred, copy tabletop. In tabletop, the wording in the rulebook is like, conceding in Blood Bowl is extremely shameful and almost unheard of. And if you do concede, all of your players level 4 or higher, I think it is, maybe level 3 or higher, have to roll a dice or flip a coin. It's 50-50 chance they quit your team in shame. You cannot concede to keep your team alive. Like, your high level players just leave in tabletop. And Blood Bowl is designed to have a certain amount of attrition that we don't currently have. The monster teams being as monstrous as they can get, part of that is that the concede rate is too high. Like your apothecary being gone, I concede what our opponent just did. Makes teams artificially powerful. Is it a rematch? I don't think so. No, that's a different runner. These are different dwarves. 3 guard on this one. Maybe it's the same guy in the Miss Next games, where is why things look different. I get a wizard. Well, you literally can't have no conceding because, like, your internet will fail. I think, like, something like 1% of current concedes are technical failures, but that will happen. So you can't be overly harsh to those people. That rule also doesn't reduce the concession rate at all at lower team values. Fresh teams can still concede willy-nilly. See how the dwarf mirror goes when we don't get a blitz. Unless we get a blitz. Okay, I want stand firm on the wing. The lowest health guard on the other wing. Five concedes and then your team is deleted. that doesn't help at low team value either. The concede penalty should be for the account, not the team. One option that I do like is you get something like 3 free concessions, and that accounts for like power failures or whatever. And then beyond that, you start applying the tabletop rules where your players quit. So like the 3 should be plenty unless you've got really sketchy power and or internet situation. And then the harshness starts getting applied. Need to concede. You have to make a new account. The problems ladder overly favors bash. Yeah, I mean that's part of the weirdness of debates in Blood Bowl 3 is people really do not like the game in general. So anytime you start analyzing like randoms or concessions, people always try to bring it back to, yeah, but the ladder sucks, so let's fix the ladder instead. Like, sure, okay, but meanwhile, you can't have randoms with Infinity Bowl. I agree, there's probably better metagames than Elo Ladder. Elo Ladder, it gets you good games. Like, once you get up into the Masters division and you play in a busy time, you actually get to play against other Masters players. You do get, like, way higher quality games than you ever did in Blood Bowl 2. Like, day to day, you can get playoff level games in Blood Bowl 3. That's the only saving grace of this system. Yeah, the short version of the tabletop rules, Buster, is when you concede, all of your high-level players have a 50-50 shot of quitting your team, so they're dead. So I think it's either level 3 or level 4 players or higher have to start flipping coins if you concede. And there's some other stuff too, but that's the big part.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Oh, that sucks, Morglip. The shoulder thing is bad too. Sorry to hear that, Morglip's girlfriend. Hey, Von Roo, I got thick blood. Yep. My doctor asked me if I had been climbing Mount Everest recently. When you don't have enough oxygen in your body, you get more red blood cells or bigger red blood cells or whatever it is. Which you get, like, it happens to people at high elevation. And that causes fatigue, the kind of symptoms I have. And the actual cause here is sleep apnea, which I have a machine for. I'm trying to treat, but it turns out I'm probably not. So I probably don't have a good mask fit. It's not being properly treated. Just gonna go after his guard here, I think. And begin the blob. I've got an appointment at a sleep clinic to get my machine and mask and everything adjusted. 20 games per team seems fair enough. Well, you need a whole new system, right? You can't just put 20 game limit in the current system. It doesn't work at all because it inflates. So like playing in the first 60 days of a 90 game season is pointless if you're limited to 20 games. Hits could have gone better. I mean, that's what dwarf mirrors are, though, aren't they? These hits could have gone better. Oh, wait a minute. The last hit delivers an armor break. And it's done. Still could have gone better. Why not per team, not per coach? Because the inflationary nature of the ladder. Like, if you go 20-0-0 in the first week, your team will not even be in the top 100 at the end of the season. So, like, you need to let other people inflate, play against them, and then, like, you're getting paired up instead of way paired down. So, like, Elo is just, like, antithetical to a gameplay limit. Like, an Elo rating is a long-term measurement of your skill. 20 games is not long-term. They're already using Elo wrong. The Elo should be by your account, not by your teams. Because like almost every team is short-term. Ooh, fails a go for it on his blitz. My preferred system would be like a Hearthstone arena run, which many of you have probably heard me talk about before, but instead of a 20 game limit, you have a system where you're trying to get X wins before Y losses. So like in a Hearthstone arena, you're trying to get 12 wins before you lose 3 times. If you lose 3 times, you're out. You have to make a new team. If you hit the end goal, you're also out. You have succeeded. In Hearthstone, you win prizes. Like, it's very common in card games. You pay a little bit of an entry fee, normally free to play currency. And then at the end of the tournament, when you get ejected, you get prizes based on how far you got. The ultimate is like getting a 12 win arena run is like a big accomplishment as a Hearthstone player. Not everyone has done it. It feels good when you get your first 12 wins. I put your girlfriend to sleep. It's a specialty of mine. Might need a larger player base to get the good matchmaking. Yeah. Warpforge uses a similar thing for their drafts. And when you get up to like your 11th and 12th win, you do tend to get a bot. So they have a system where if you don't find a human opponent...
With KOs. You can't get close with
KOs. If you don't find a human opponent in Warpforge within like like 3 minutes or whatever, it'll threaten to pair you against a bot. You can turn it off. There's a checkbox in the options. Never play against a bot. But the population, the player-based population dips pretty bad when you're actually at the extreme end. I could technically one-die the ball. I think there's a way to get this guy to do the hit. It might not be possible with dwarf corpses everywhere, but I might as well do the hits this way. Smashy, smashy. I guess the reason not to do the hits this way is just to preserve this extra punch. Starting to run out of bullets. Which is insane. But he did not follow up here. And then I push his body to there, and we actually do get the one die. Path is clear. Speed. Surf this guy first. Nope. Forced pow. Carefuling. Mind the bananas. He's in. Push, reroll. Kapow! Fend. Rude. Can't get the old punch and catch against a fend guy. Made him drop his ball, though. He just gets to pick it back up because of fend. Do I feel better knowing the issue? Kind of. Like, my sleep clinic appointment isn't until the 10th of June, so it's a bit of a wait. Yeah, once I get to the clinic, they'll find the mask that fits my anatomy correctly, which is a step I had skipped. Which type of mask, which type of straps, the headgear is probably really important. Also the settings on the machine, like how much pressure it's pushing and stuff. Getting that tuned might do the trick. Got his ball back, thanks to sure hands. Got to cut the music. Go back and surf that guy. We can just bash into this blob, I think might be better. The guard spread out on his guys. so much guard. I guess we'll send them back over here. They can't get into the part of the fight I would want them on. The long con surf here. Gives him a 2-die there, but maybe I should have followed up. To fix the matchmaker at the high, like the long end of the 12 win arena run, you can either not let it go that high. Like when Hearthstone launched, I think 7 wins was the most you could chase. And probably when arena was popular enough is when they boosted it up to 12. But you could also just have a much bigger bracket. Like anybody over 7 wins can play against each other kind of situation.
Good news, everyone.
Your girlfriend's got the nostril pillow mask. I've got one of those. It doesn't work for me. They gave me one at first when I first got the machine from the sleep clinic, but I breathe through my my mouth. I can't use the nostril only ones. I need the full mask. You missed early Hearthstone? It was a lot better than current Hearthstone. Hearthstone in current year is nothing like original Hearthstone. Casual, go for it. Free movement. Breakfast done. Oh. Redraft, people bring up redraft a lot. It's very similar to a cap though, right? Like redraft just gives you an oscillating band of team value. So instead of like a 1.6 million cap, redrafting out every 30 or 20 games or whatever would make the teams kind of oscillating around like 1,200 to 1,600. That seems worse to me. It also seems like the redraft rules are sketchy, like unfun. And redraft is supposed to be a way to take your team into the next season without spiraling it out of control. So redraft, like I like that new season day is everyone playing fresh teams. I wouldn't want you to be able to redraft your old team and bring it to new season day. But I don't think anyone's advocating for that. They just want it to be every X games you play, you have to redraft.
Guys.
Which also introduces the problem of being at a different spot of your run than other people. If you're right before you redraft and I'm right after my redraft and we have to play against each other, I'm pretty bitter. Where in tabletop, redraft is always done by the entire league at the same time. Heck am I blitzing? This guy blitzing the Roll Slayer. Wait, do I get this guy free? I think I actually get this guy free to go attack the ball. Punch here, punch here. So I won't stand him yet. He'll blitz if bonk one of these two hits. Or a push here wouldn't have been good enough either. Another one die on the ball. This time I don't have tackle though. Maybe I should have just blitzed here anyway. Double marked the ball. See if we can find a POW. I'm going to save the reroll. I think we'll get a better shot at it. And da, 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 da. You could do games played based matchmaking if in that case shock. I think instead of team value matchmaking, but doing the matchmaking by games played is kind of necessary when a stunty team gets launched. You see it now with Underworld. Like in real life, Underworld likes to keep their team value low so they get inducements. And the Blood Bowl 3 system is trying to make even team values so you don't get inducements. And part of the problem with random even team values is not even amounts of games played at all. My 50 game dwarf team, who's fired and rehired a whole bunch of random guys, being the same team value as your 4 game wood elf team. Like that's not a good matchup, or the current system thinks it is. And I scold. Roll push. But like when stunty teams come out, like if gnomes came out, you wouldn't be able to play gnomes the intended way. Like you couldn't just keep your gnome team like 200, 300, 400 team value cheaper than the rest of the league. I'd always get inducements. It's going to be doing matchmaking for all of the 800k team value teams, and they just play against each other. And then once you've leveled up your gnomes to 1 million, you're now playing against other fresh teams, including fresh dwarves. Where if they did matchmaking by games played, it would alleviate all that. You'd be able to keep your team value low on purpose, kind of for the intended reason of gaining inducements as a stunty team, instead of keeping your team value low for the unintended reason of my 50 game dwarf team gets to play against your 10 game elf team. But that would also happen to fix the problem you're having, Jacques, where the 80 game team is playing against the 30 game team trying to get the top spot on the ladder. Matchmaking by team value is good on the surface. It's probably what a lot of players would ask for. But doing it by games played, I think, is better. At least it's better, like, from a mathematician's point of view. It might not be better from a human point of view because of the perception. Slow dwarf doesn't go for it. Rude. Like, well, I don't think you can do matches played and team value. I think you want to do one variable or the other. They're both measuring the same kind of thing. Like how strong is your team, how old is your team, how mature is your team, are both being measured by the same thing. Except you get to trick team value by purposely keeping your team value low. You can't trick games played. And like I said, the game design kind of intends for you to trick team value low with certain teams, Underworld and Gnomes and stuff. But Blood Bowl 3, we're seeing it get tricked with dwarves and orcs instead. Yeah, and Agaratep, that's Blood Bowl's issue, though. Your team blowing up is a Blood Bowl issue. Okay, so we have a go for a tackle hit. can we get him an assist? If we get a POW here, that's an easy assist. Is there a punch here? Like, is there an easier way to get this guy down? Or this guy? I think so. I think we can, like, punch here, punch here, punch here, and then get one of these two loose. But I think that'll be okay with a push. Although maybe not, because then we're getting our actual attacker mark too. Okay, we got the POW here anyway. But yeah, I think that was a flawed plan. I think we needed to POW the critical dwarf either way. I was looking for a chain push here. I don't think there is one. Oh, I should move my assist first. Move my bonus punches. Bonus punch. Nice head injury. That's probably a fired move bust guy. Armor bust, move bust. Do you even apothecary that? Apparently you do. We're not doing anything with him, so it's time to steal the ball. It's a concussion instead of an armor bust. That is an upgrade. Pretty sad dwarf, though. Go for it's good, and we find the POW. Thanks to tackle. And again. Armor break this time, though. Stunned and the ball goes out of bounds. Throw it right to a dwarf. An enemy dwarf. Alright, does he have time to recover this? I'm just going to keep my stand firmer here. He gets 2 free tries and then the blitz to clear this, but yeah, like what Nikaratep said earlier there, what it was last reading. I think I misread it at first. But yeah, you were saying the games played matchmaking has issues if you have a bad game and lose 300k worth of players, which is the same bad thing that happens in real life, though, right? Like if you're in an IRL league or a weekly league online, even you have a horrible week 5, like you're it's kind of rough for games 6 and 7 of your 7-week league. Where Blood Bowl 3 lacks that with its ladder. Like you can just rebuild and you're not even worse off. So what should happen when you have that horrible game? When your War Dancer dies and 2 of your catchers die and you just get like butchered. And it feels awful, and in Blood Bowl 3 you can recover it. It's not as bad as it feels because you're just like reset to like an 8-game team. You've got 23 games. And you can rebuild and recover. But if you do matchmaking by games played, now you're badly underdogged every time, and you're going to get inducements a lot. I mean, that's the same thing that happens in your real life league, and maybe you have to abandon your team like in Blood Bowl 2. Concedes happen because of the imbalance. I don't know if you're playing the same Blood Bowl as me, Jacques. Concedes happen because the apothecary got used, or you steal their ball. That's why people concede. And yeah, like those were cases that also had a big imbalance in current day Blood Bowl, the games I'm playing today. But like our orc team started with like 8 games in a row without a actual win. Like, I don't even know if we got a touchdown. And our record, we were undefeated. Like, it was just an incredible string of concessions with our fresh team. It was absurd. It was steal somebody's ball, they concede like 4 times in a row, 2 draws that actually got to play out. And it was just concession after concession. Teams are massively imbalanced? Yes. I mean, that's Blood Bowl. It's not Blood Bowl 3's fault. It's exacerbated by the team value limit and the infinite games. You're encouraged to play teams that don't explode. But no amount of rules finagling is going to make OWA good. Actually, no, in Worlds they were good. I lost to them at Worlds. There is some amount of rules finagling that will help. Oh yeah, and different teams are good at different team value bands for sure. Like, look, Nurgle's unplayable this season, and they were the best in Infinity Bowl. Like, so they did say, like, when they did the weird rules this season, they were experimenting. What the heck, we're supposed to blitz here? Probably was supposed to blitz into this. Could blitz here. Ramming speed. I don't think I'm scoring. I'll just do double go for it. Bonk. Bonk unfortunately doesn't get the other guy anything. Boop, 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 boop. Inducements not being all there is a problem. The star players not having their special rules sucks. Like, it just makes inducements worse than they should be. Like, I honestly thought they would, when we found out that the star player special rules were going to be in it, I had the thought of like, oh, how much are they going to reduce the cost of all the star players? Will they go do a pass through, and how important is the star player ability for each dude? They just ignored the problem. Like, Morgan Thorpe didn't need any discount. He gets to re-roll a throw teammate once per game. But a lot of star players, their special ability is what makes them. The problem is that the land grab rush at the start of the season put a ton of games in to get an automatic long-lasting advantage. I disagree with that. I think you could start a team today and be advantaged over somebody who started on day one. In Blood Bowl 2, the matchmaker Blood Bowl 2 was so bad you could get ahead of the... If you got ahead of the curve of the whole league, the game would not be able to match you down. The team value TV++ matching system, which for every positive win you had in your win minus loss ratio, it would add 50k team value. So if you had like a 10-0-0 run, it was trying to just pretend your team was 500,000 better, like higher team value than it was. And you could trick that system by having it, there is nobody with higher team value than me. Neener, you can't match me down. Or off match me. Scoring threat. He also has a scoring threat. He'll just dodge into the end zone for his play. Still mark it though, make it dodge. Yeah, punch. I'm on super autopilot already. I'm paying more attention to the conversation than the game. I can't wait to be healthy again. Hmm. You stick this guy here, punch here. This one can get in. We put down here and punch here, we can jiggle the ball. But then we're one-dying that guy. We could Operation Stare at the ball. Blitz here and then bring both, or bring all three of these up into this area. This guy down below. I think I like Blitz here. All of these up here. I'll try to pick it up this turn. Swarm, swarm. The lack of chaos in the ladder kind of sucks. We need the armor 10 thinned out, but they just concede, right? That's part of the problem with the concedes is that even when you get, like, when your Chaos Dwarves matched up against Nurgle in Blood Bowl 2, there was a really good chance that, like, 60 or 70 SPP was going to get ripped off across the two teams. But in Blood Bowl 3, my experience has been maybe one guy dies and then that side concedes. Hey, Chris Ruda, what's the diagnosis? The long story you can get at the start of the VOD, which you can watch right now. It's up already. If you want to rewind just to the very beginning, the long story's there. But the short story is my sleep apnea is not getting properly treated. So I've got an appointment at the sleep clinic to get the machine adjusted and mask refitted, and hopefully I can start actually breathing in when I sleep. Hey, some gifts. Yeah, Beowulf, like, just gave the update to Chris Ruda. 2 for 1. two for 1 update. What pressure's mine at? It's on auto, and sometimes like when I wake up, it's on like 15. And it tends to start to leak though when it gets too high. But that's one of the things the clinic's going to have to do for me, is they can actually tune it. Like normally when I'm first falling asleep, and if I actually look at it, it'll be like 6-ish. It's got a memory card in it. I can pull it out and get the data. It's a skull. It really depends, Crab, on your situation. Like when I did the test for if I have sleep apnea, I was on the very low end of the events per hour. So I do have a more mild case. I don't think I need as much pressure. Oh, yours starts at 5 and tops off at 9. Yeah. So I think what might be happening is mine is ramping up to 15 because of the leak. It's misidentifying or can't get the measurement right or anymore or whatever. Which is not good, but we'll get the experts to fix it. Choose the highest you've had since you got it. Yeah, I typically, it's not surprising for me to wake up and see 3, 4, 5, 6 events per hour. And then sometimes I get a really good night rest and it only says like 1 per hour and I actually like feel better. I've got the one that goes over the full face. I breathe through my mouth. We can punch this guy and then do the transfer here. Do our bonus punches first. It's not the most agility, not the most agility laden, touchdown attempt. Agility laden squad. Ooh, we punch well though. Simple gifts, you starts around 4 and it ramps up to like 15 sometimes. Yeah, it's very personal. I started with that one crap, the nostril pillow, but I breathe through my mouth. It's just the way my anatomy works. And the sleep clinic lady actually, she did say like I told her, I breathe through my mouth. I probably need something else. She's like, no, try this. Like, it'll clear up your allergies. We always start everyone on this one. It didn't do the trick. All right, touchdown attempt. 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5, 6, 5. 3. Reroll. 6. 2 more 2 pluses. Let's go. Touchdown. No! I called it early. Dwarves are slow to fall. I saw the dice rolling and he was still standing. I thought we were fine. He's just really slow to animate. Robbed into the end zone. Womp womp. Yeah, the beard hurts it for sure. I switched to memory foam mask instead of the silicone. And it squishes around the beard. But the negative with it, why everyone doesn't use memory foam, is you can't clean it. Like, it's porous, you can't get it wet. So you have to throw it out every month or two. And it's friggin' $70. My beard is a $70 monthly upkeep. It's worth it for the branding though. But there is a chance, like the lady at the clinic might be like, well, you know, we've tried the normal stuff, it's not working. Shave the beard. And then it'll have to go, medical orders, but we're not there yet. There is a mask that works with bearded people, because, I mean, there are religions where you can't get rid of your beard. I don't know how strict they are, but it is a problem that was hopefully solved by somebody. Too tired to think anymore. We got a big advantage, though. 3 dwarves down. Something broke the plane. That would have counted in our world, yeah. Solid defense. Not very many dwarves to take advantage of it, though. You can come farther forward. Fake beard. Just need a beard I can take off at night. I love how Blood Bowl 3 players are all about sleep apnea. I wonder how prolific it is. It gets paired with overweight too, so tabletop gaming and overweight goes together. Magic and Warhammer stuff. A lot of our communities end up being lethargic, I think. Which is going to up the sleep apnea percentage for sure. Free balling. KO. Huge. He gave me his runner. This guy's not going to assist it, though. Sorry, we have other assists. Smashy, smashy. Just a stun. All right, we have a handful of more dwarves. Do we want to base? I don't think we do. I'll probably base next turn, but like we've already used a whole bunch of punching this stuff, so it's not as thorough of a base as I would like. Stay the way we are. You had to shave your beard because your hairs are like paperclip thickness, and they curl back and stab you. There's like the itchy phase. When I was growing it back out, there's a certain length that is itchy, and then it completely goes away. In my case, maybe mine aren't as stabby as yours. There's definitely a prickly phase, though. Let's book it out of here. I think I got based. What's that one then? Free punch. Keep that square open for the frenzy. Ouch. This feels like a solid win. 3-win day, not bad. I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up after this one. I am struggling, and I think next week we'll do. I'm thinking Factorio, possibly Tarkov, but probably Factorio. And I think I can get longer than 2-3 hour streams in. We'll step away from Blood Bowl for next week. See how the viewer numbers go. See how my energy levels go. And reassess for next week. But we are looking at me being fatigued. If they did get it right, it's sleep apnea. My appointment at the sleep clinic's not till the 10th. So we're looking at 3 weeks before I get to see them. And then the doctor said you should feel better after a month of having it properly adjusted. So he said, once you get it fixed, make an appointment for 30 days after that. So hopefully I feel better, like within the 30-day time frame. It doesn't take the full 30 days. And he just wants to talk to me again to confirm it is fully better after 30 days. But we are looking at 3 weeks until the sleep apnea appointment. Andrews Lynn, thank you for making a prime time. Need to figure out something to do in the meantime. It was almost automatic for you, like the next day. Hopefully, like that's the way it is with me. Like I get the thing fixed, start getting my energy back. Like I can subathon for the next season. That would be ideal. It was immediate. That's great. You thought the fatigue was just from getting older? Yeah. It is so common to like be suffering from this kind of issue and think it's just how life is. And think everyone tries harder than you do. It's depressing, isn't it? Especially when other people think that way too. Oh, you're so lazy. No, you got a medical issue. Oops, I did this wrong. We're losing this assist. Oopsies. Skill shot with one dice skull. He wanted to show off. I can take a 1v1. Get out of here. Failed. Yeah, but you're fighting for air and dying all night, basically, yeah. You cannot walk off sleep apnea. Again, tons of people don't even know they have it. It's kind of awkward to get diagnosed too. Like you used to have to go to a sleep clinic and sleep there. Nowadays, you can go to a sleep clinic and they send you home with a machine. They tell you how to hook it all up to yourself. You put like a band around your chest, so it's measuring your breathing by your chest expanding and contracting. They put an oxygen reading thing on your finger, and they put an airflow thing on your face. And those 3 data points combined, they can figure out if you've got sleep apnea. So you just have to go to your family doctor and say, like, my wife says I snore. I feel like I could have more energy. Like, I wish I had more energy. Can I get a sleep assessment? Then they'll refer you to the clinic. The clinic will know if you got it. ADHD is very similar. Yeah. Your brain just goes no worky and you're paralyzed. Yeah. Everyone, including yourself, thinking you're just a lazy bum. Oh, there's so many things like that. Like it's like if you're not sneezing or puking, you're not sick. It's just like the default way we think. In the stalling square. So I can blitz that guy. That'd be nice. I have to get one of these free. Which is giving up one of these hits. That's fine. Just this one first. Frenzy's safe. Control this. Keep that in a 2v1. Here's how I built the dwarves. Try to fresh stream, go block, dodge, and movement on the runners. Then mighty blow, dodge, and break tackle on the blitzers. What do I think? I think in the current format, dodge is too expensive. Like your team can only get up to 1.6 million. My team is finished basically. Like I'm at the cap. So this is like you're getting block, mighty blow, or guard, mighty blow, and stand firm on all your guys. Is pretty much as far as you can go. You can put a dump and a bunch of extra SPP into your runner and maybe get a fowler. I don't have a fowler. I wish I had a fowler. But I don't think you can afford dodge once you're up at the cap. If there wasn't such a low cap, just 1.6 million, then I like the idea of trying out dodge dwarves. Dodge dwarves has a nice ring to it, but it ends up being too expensive. So my general strategy with leveling the dwarves was every single dwarf randoms strength. And you need to hit mighty blow, guard, or stand firm. And then when you succeed, you just move on and pick the other two. And then when you're forced to level up again, I've been taking armor. It's worked out pretty good. This guy you see here with the armbar, he got there because he had enough for 2 randoms. And he randomed armbar and mighty blow. And was like, oh, yeah, you get to stay on the team. I went guard instead of stand firm on this guy. Armor instead of stand firm. Forgot I did that. To get a tackler back over for this blitz. I thought I took care of this guy. I don't know why he's here. Thought we resolved this situation. Now it's resolved. Well, for one turn. Done. Somebody varied diagnosis for brain mud? Yeah. Yep. I have noticed a thing too while I'm sick. A lot of people ask you, like my mom, when I was talking to her, she asked me, how's your iron? She got diagnosed with low iron count. And so everyone, like, whatever's wrong with them, they think, oh, maybe this is what's wrong with you. But I think it's a very natural place to go. Like, even a lot of you guys have given me your advice with sleep apnea, what helped you guys. And it's like, I appreciate it. It's great advice, but I'm not going to be surprised if the clinic ends up finding a different problem. Get this wrong. Stuck with a 1 die. I guess we just 2 die here. Let's swing with him. All right, we'll 2 die into 1 die with the frenzy. I could have done this first and kept the other 2 die as well. But it would have been 2 die, 1 die on the retry. Autopilot did all right there. Your at-home test was so bad you had to go in to confirm it. Oof. Skulls, reroll, bonk. Yeah, orcs are really good. If I didn't have so bad a brain fog, we'd be trying to push the orcs up to the top. I currently have a chaos team, an orc team, and a dwarf team, all in the top 100. So once I do feel better, we've got 3 options to try to push for number 1. That will be the blitz. Hopefully that guy blitzes. Mighty blow. Yep. Doesn't need it down here. He doesn't need to stay down here either. Just to push. Locked up. Push, push, push. I think I was supposed to do the other hip first. This could have gone wrong with it both now. Getting this guy unassisted. Not sure though. I don't remember to score in turn 16. No, non-zero chance of making that error here. Hold. You're not getting into my cage just like that. We get to surf this guy? Push to there. Troll Slayers are... No, Troll Slayers are too far away. I get to surf that guy, though. It's his last reroll on skulls. Red die skulls. Oh, red die double pow on the retry. Reroll well spent, maybe? Waiting on me. Surf's up. Brought him in case of skulls. Skulls? Yes, sir. Alright, I have to score next turn. Let's not forget. Bend. Frenzy trap. Oh. All right, GG. Nice triple win day though. Even brain farting. There's enough randomness and Blood Bowl to make up for my derpitude. And also like the building of the team part is carrying me. Which is a lot of people who don't like Infinity Bolt, I guess, don't like that part. I've heard the argument too of like it's solved, every team's the same. Like if you just look at the top 10, like it's simply not true. Like the Blood Bowl 3 kind of Infinity Ladder is not solved. Like we were talking about earlier, do you want dodge on your dwarves? Maybe. Not this season. And generally speaking, probably not in general seasons, because you can abuse the matchmaker as it currently is, keep your team value low. Like you don't want to take a bunch of dodge and end up in the 2 million team value bracket, right? You want to stay in the 1.6 million anyways, even without a cap. So that all those Nurgles at 2.2 and Chaos at 2.1, you don't have to play against them. Which is why we go back to games played by matchmaking by games played instead of team value is probably better. Like it eliminates that strategy of just keeping your dwarves tiny on purpose to avoid the claw teams. And it opens up the kind of accepted strategy of keeping your stunties low on purpose to get more inducements. GG. I think we have to worry about the one turn. But our weakest, most expendables up front. Gonna be this guy. Two of the highest SPPs, I guess. If we're gonna reset somebody, probably Sandbox and this one. Yes. Double pass bust. Thank you for volunteering for the front line, Leldon. Kind of a weird decision, like, oh, I don't want to lose Bergen. I'd rather lose the fully developed guy. But, like, these guys are still at peak power. Oh, this one could have actually taken Stand Firm. I think pausing at Mighty Blow Guard is probably better than adding Stand Firm on purpose. Especially because I only get one more skill on the team. Which is why we're putting these guys up. We kind of are at the point where we need to fire somebody anyways. We have a bench we can fire. Which is probably what I would do over actually firing one of these guys, but if something's going to die, sure. Give us some leveling breathing room. People who claim to be experts, they hate play bubble, claim it solved. Yeah. You never thought you'd say it, but chaos are needed? Yeah, I think so too. Ba-ba-da-ba. Mighty Blow failed. Go to Mighty Blow. Hopefully he pass farms before fouling. Like, a lot of people don't. A lot of people would rather harm you than help them. I gave him a free 3 die. Should have stand firmed. The foul is a little worse on this guy by not standing firm, but giving him a 3 die hit here was not needed. I mean, he's going to fall though, isn't he? Like, he's going to get 2 die, 2 die, 2 die, 2 die, turning it into 3 die, 3 die, 3 die, 3 die. We're taking that armor roll. Like, making the foul a little worse, I guess, is better. Wow, this guy's foul is the foul into this one's better though. But again, hopefully he does the pass first. It's illogical to foul first. I hope next season the randoms are gone. Or the cap is removed. One or the other. Or both. What if they got rid of the randoms but kept it at 1.6? I don't think I'd be happy. I think I'd be happier. Get the pass firm and the foul. Just a stun though. GG. Da, 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 da. The MVP leveled his Lino. Get an MVP where we don't need SPP. People blocked him 88 to 45. 88 to 45. 88 freaking blocks. He didn't even get all his blitzes, only 10 blitzes. $10 for 10 on rushes for him, 7 for 8 on us. We failed the one to get the touchdown. The only failed rush was into the end zone. Bring me back here while we do our levels. Oh, levels are done. We can take stand from here, I guess is the only thing we might want, but yeah, I only get one more level. Let's delay the stand firm as long as we can. Wouldn't surprise you if they introduced a stunty team. Yeah. I think goblins, there's a non-zero chance we get goblins next season. Next season, instead of a TV cap, it's TV floor. I kind of like that idea. Changing the ladder into more of like a constructed card game where you just build your team and play the team as it is forever. Like that validates Elo. Elo gets messy because the teams are developing, right? the team is not of a fixed strength. So the ELO formula can't figure out what your strength is because you're not of a fixed strength. But if we actually were just like, okay, build a 1.8 million team value team, have fun. And like that's all, every ladder game is played at that like resurrection rule. Yeah, 90 days of that would be too much. You're right there, Crab. You'd love to be able to start with a multi-block assassin. I mean, you could actually meme. Like, it's hard to meme in this game like you can in other games. Like, doing challenges in StarCraft or whatever, or even Magic the Gathering stipulation drafts where you have to take all of the cards of a certain trait or whatever. Like, all planeswalkers must be taken in a cube draft. Like, you know, you can't really do that in Blood Bowl because it's just such a commitment to build a team. Like, I've seen some streamers do it. Like, Andy Davo's got, like, Corrin. He's tried multiple times. I think he's done, like, Frenzy first teams trying to build his own Corrin. It just takes so long to meme. Where if you could just, like, make the meme team play it once, laugh, and then move back to the real team, that'd be great. Yeah, Morbid, but 90 days to get the new Blood Pass and new team put together. I think that is where it comes from. They want to put a new team out every 90 days. That's a pace they can maintain, that they're comfortable with. Especially while they're still adding features in. Maybe when the game is feature complete, then they can increase that rate. But you could do 2 seasons per team. Like, you could still do like 2 or even 3 seasons, like a monthly season, or if it's 6-week season like we had in Blood Bowl 2. And just the second one doesn't come with a team, which is arguably better because every season is going to be somewhat skewed by the team that comes out. It'll be what the new team will always be overplayed, which was something I was more worried about before Wood Elves, but because Wood Elves just got ignored. Like, you barely played against Wood Elves. Like, the first couple days it was popular, and then they're just gone now. No one's playing them anymore. Where Undead season was the season that was the exact opposite. Like, every single opponent was undead. Like, when I was playing by a undead team, it was like 5 undead mirrors and then 1 other opponent. Like, when Chaos Dwarfs come out, it's just going to be friggin' Chaos Dwarfs everywhere. All right, I'm going to wrap her up. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Sorry for the briefer stream. Hopefully my health starts recovering. We can get back to the full streams. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. We will catch you next time. Thanks, Crab. Streaming in my briefs? You'll never know. The camera's off now. Andrew Slade, Patty Riot, thank you guys for resubbing. Much appreciated. See you next time, Cozy. You bet Amdor, more bird. Alright, let me find a rate target. Oh, Derek's back. Derek's been sick too. I'll send you over Steve McIntyre's way. Next week, there's a good chance I'm going to be trying the speedrun he's doing. Derek put out a really good guide on YouTube and a written guide for how to get 100% achievements in Factorio as fast as possible. That might be what we're doing next week. Let's go watch the pro in action. Cheers, everyone.